Iron Fist Season 1. Man, I do not want to talk about the show. I actually saw this show once before. I've watched all these Marvel Netflix shows before. I just want to rewatch them so I can make this video series where I'm going back through them. Because again, I'm watching these series to prepare for Daredevil, showing up in Luke Cage, or not Luke Cage, She-Hulk, which I enjoyed that first episode. Anyways, have a review for that first episode of She-Hulk up right now, but I did not enjoy watching this show because this character sucks. And what I mean by that is not the character Iron Fist sucks, like the one in the comics, or the character in general, I mean. But the casting in this show of this main character is not very good. He's not awful, but he's definitely not very good as the character. And I can't explain why, but he just doesn't play the character to me. It's weird because all these Marvel Netflix shows, when it comes to The Punisher, when it comes to Luke Cage, when it comes to Jessica Jones and Daredevil, and even Kingpin, for fuck's sake, are just so good. Their casting is 10 out of 10 perfect. And then you get to this show, and it's just like, just, I don't know. And it's weird because I don't hate watching him. In fact, he's one of the best parts of Defenders, even though Defenders wasn't that good as a show. There's a reason that show didn't get a season 2, if you ask me. We'll get to that when we get to that. But, Defenders had a lot of issues, but, but the other problem with this show is the plot line sucks. There's a lot of focus on this company and all these things. And all these plot lines feel excessively amount like filler. There's very little action, and the action that is there isn't as good as Jessica Jones or Daredevil or even Luke Cage, which I didn't think had as good as action as Jessica Jones and Daredevil. It's good, but not. It's like a step down just a little bit. But it's so filler and it's just boring. Like I hated rewatching it. And season 2 of Iron Fist kind of has the same problem. And I think that's kind of why I just decided to lump this review of Iron Fist season 1 and 2, because I didn't want to go back and watch Iron Fist season 1 and 2. If my thoughts on season 1 didn't change, there's no way my thoughts on season 2 changed, because they're basically the same equivalent to me. I liked him in Defenders, but that's not enough to fix his own show and these awful characters and plot lines that just don't come together and they're just boring. There's no reason to keep watching them. And, I hope that if they bring this character in the MCU, they can kind of do what they do with Ant-Man, where, yeah, Ant-Man, I don't really like a lot as a character, but at least when he's interacting with other characters, he's fun enough that I don't mind him being there. And that's kind of where I'm at with this character, too. But I just, not a big fan of Iron Fist.